everybody, we are here. Finally made it to December. I have decided I'm going to tackle this challenge this year, Dephemerember. And I have a feeling the most challenging thing is going to be saying it. Hopefully not. But anyways, Dephemerember 2023. It is hosted by 49 Dragonflies and Louise Heinzel. I haven't 100% decided how I'm going to tackle this challenge yet. The way it's set up is there's not a prompt every day, so that's kind of a good thing, considering December's usually a little bit busy for everybody. So that helps. But I haven't decided, well, let me just say this. I have a handful of things going on this month, and there's going to be, sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable in my chair. There's going to be a handful of things going on this month that I'm going to be out of pocket and not able to film. So I'm going to have to play my cards right and figure it out where these blanks and all that will go. So that's what I say. I haven't decided how I'm going to tackle it. I am going to tackle it in order. And if, today's day 1 and we have opening, but we have 2 blank spaces. So I might just go ahead and get started and just kind of work through it and see where I'm at in the next week or so when I'm going to be out of pocket. I haven't had 100% decided. Anywho, I know there's a good handful of people that are participating in this. I think it's their 3rd or 4th year. I'm not 100% sure, but this is my first year. So I will tag them below with this hashtag and both of these lovely ladies who are hosting this. And you can jump on board anytime, I'm sure. The prompt list, I found this on Instagram, maybe. I printed it out a week or so ago, so I really don't know. I don't remember. So, here we go. I'm not going to do any projects today. I just kind of want to go over what this is going to look like for me, for you, because you'll be tuning in, hopefully. So, yeah. First and foremost, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, if you have decided to follow along just for this challenge, whichever way, whatever the reason is, I'm glad you're here. Do all the YouTube-y things, like, subscribe, share, follow, comment. I do respond to all my comments, and so, yeah, feel free to comment. Anyways, again, all the YouTube-y things, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I do want to let you know I am not techie. I don't do editing. I just recently, this last month, learned how to smoosh a video together because I don't have the option to pause and come back. And so if my video gets cut off, then I figured out how to smoosh another continuation into it. I've done it once, and as I sit here thinking, I'm not quite sure where to go to make that happen again, but I can figure it out. Anywho, I don't do a lot of, excuse me, I'm not techie, so I don't do editing. You're not going to see the fancy, words and pictures and all that fun stuff. It is what it is. I'm very much a, art, let it happen, I sit down to do art, and whatever happens, happens. And if it happens on screen, then it happens on screen. And we make mistakes and we make messes. And I often talk in a we format. We do this, we do that, we do this. It's just me here. But I tend to say we, and I like to say we as in me and the mouse in my pocket. I think it's kind of a Southern thing to say that. I really don't know where that came from. But you will often hear me say that. So again, it's just me. I'm very laid back with my art. I try to be very free with my art. I try to not be so OCD with my art. Many years of art making, I have battled with the OCD and perfectionist, and I'm trying to veer away from that. So, all that to be said, if I make a mistake on camera, I will just roll with it and go with it, and we'll try to make it work. If I create something that's totally not what I wanted it to be, we'll just go with it. I'm not going to edit it out. I'm not going to cut it out or anything like that. So, if I get in a loss for words or anything like that, I'll just roll with it. That's just how I am with my art and with this channel. You know, it is what it is, and you'll notice if you've watched any of my videos, you'll notice I don't like to stress about art. If I do any kind of markets coming up or anything that's going to stress me out, when it gets to the point of stressing me out, I don't do it. So I try to live a very stress-free in my art life. So with that, that's why I don't do editing and stressing about all the techie stuff. So now that that's out of the way, I will say this. I'm in several different Dephemerember Facebook groups. They've been fun to watch as we all prepare for this month. And I'm going to be straight up honest and say I'm not a huge fan of the little mascot. So you're not going to see all my stuff with this little guy or girl on it. No offense to Louisa and everybody that just absolutely loves him or her. He's not my thing. And so you won't see much of that. I'm going to kind of just really do my own thing and work on, you know, ephemera inspiration is what I'm going to do. Also to that is you're not going to see a lot of Christmas stuff. I don't do a lot of Christmas stuff. I don't do a lot of holiday stuff at all, really. I did a couple of winter journals, and I've done a Halloween journal, but that's pretty much the extent of my Christmas holiday stuff. So you won't see a lot of that. You will hear me mention a lot. My friend Mary Ellen at Red Parrot, she's participating in Dephemerember. And my friend Cindy at Studio Lou, she's participating in Dephemerember. I watch a handful of YouTube videos all the time. I follow a good handful of people. Those two are my favorite. And, you know, it is what it is. So you'll hear me mention them a lot. Mary Ellen, she's at Red Parrot. Her and I did a journal exchange in preparation for this. And then Cindy at Studio Lou, she's a good friend of mine as well. Both of them are YouTube friends. I met them on here. Never met them in real life because they're way up north in Canada and I'm way down south in Arkansas. So you'll hear me mention them because I will refer to them. Probably most especially Mary Ellen, because I'm going to be working in a journal that she made for me. So there you go. I'll be sure to try to tag them. But I highly encourage you to find their channels and follow them. And they both do fabulous stuff. Yeah, that's just it is what it is. I have a bunch of favorites, but those two are my favorites. So, anywho. Again, comment, like, share, all that good stuff. I will tell you this. If you comment, there's a high chance I'm going to go to your page and fall down your rabbit hole of videos if you've got a handful of them. That's just how it is. So, as I mentioned, I'll be out of pocket. I'm going to be out of pocket the 11th through the 20th. And so I'm off work like the 22nd through the end of the month. So I will probably play catch up that last week or two. Anyways, we'll just see how that goes. So, let me set this aside. And as I mentioned, Mary Ellen and I did a swap of journals. And I did a Happy Mail opening of this. You can flip back to a couple of videos and see the video I did of this. This will be the journal I'm working in. It's not Christmassy, and it's not got the little Effie mascot in it, and for both of those things I'm grateful. Mary Ellen does a lot of jelly print, and she does a lot of painty pages, and so she created this journal with a lot of that in it. So I'm going to be working throughout this, making ephemera and creating in this journal. I'm really excited about it. Yeah. So, with this journal, she also sent me, first off, she sent me, and I didn't catch it on my Happy Mail opening, my unboxing, but she also sent me a mouse in my pocket. I just said I say that a lot, me and the mouse in my pocket. And so I have my own little mascot for this challenge. He's going to sit right, I want to see him. He kind of peeks through. But I kind of, maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll set him like this. I'm going to set him up straight ahead of me. He's going to be my little mascot. So, anywho, if you hear me say that, you can think about that little guy. So, also what she sent me was a good handful of scraps. And I've got them all in this box here. And this is what I'm going to plan to work in. I do reserve the right to branch out and dig around in my own scraps, obviously. But I'm going to try to use the scraps that she sent me as much as I can. So yeah, you'll see me dig through this stuff quite a bit over the next month. Because again, this is going to be kind of my scrap box that I'm going to be working in. I need to go through it again and kind of get it a little organized, but I'll do that over the next day or so. But anyways, I've also got some brown paper bag that she sent me because it's kind of hard to find around here, if that makes any kind of weird sense. And all my stuff was wrapped in these comics. And so I kind of am feeling like I want to do some painty pages with this stuff, with these comics and this paper bag. But first off, the journal has all the painty pages in it. And I've got other painty page stuff that she sent me. So I've got plenty to work with. So I just don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. So you'll see this. This is kind of what I'm mainly going to be working with. This is going to be what I'm working in. Again, I don't have the traditional little Effie character that everybody's doing on their cover and all that. You know, doing my own thing here. So yeah, I do reserve the right to branch out and play around with my other scraps. And I do reserve the right to, I am trying so hard to use this up. There's a gazillion stickers in here, obviously. But I have a love-hate relationship with this book. It's the sticker book that don't stick. I love the images, but the stickers don't stick very well for me. So I have been trying hard lately to use this up. So at least the most of it. So I do reserve the right to default to that when I need a certain thing. So let's see here. I've got my notes over here. I think the only thing left for me to do is I want to kind of go over this prompt list and just kind of sit with it for a minute and play around with my thoughts. And my initial thoughts, I guess. So we're here doing our opening today. So we're going to go ahead and check that off. So prompt number 4 is a butterfly and 3 torn things. I have tons of butterfly stuff, and I've done a couple of torn paper collages, most recently in Artie Fartober, for the October challenge, but 3 torn things and a butterfly. So I'm not too concerned about that. I think that will be a easy prompt. salvaged birds. My initial take on this is salvaged, you know, us collage people and junk journal people and all that, we salvage stuff from magazines, books, things like that. And so essentially any bird you pull out of a magazine or a book could be salvaged because you salvaged it from that book that could potentially be thrown away. But I also think about like metal, like steampunk kind of stuff when I think of this prompt. So I don't know where that'll go. A selfie in a bubble. That one's a stumper. I don't know about that one. I have no thoughts on it. Clocks and wings. That one's kind of a stumper too. Although it's kind of simple. You think of, okay, we'll get a clock and get some wings and, you know, but I kind of want to not take it easy on these, if that makes sense. I really want to think about this and incorporate these prompts into some really good stuff. So, and this is an ephemera making challenge, but I reserve the right to make a collage of clocks and wings on one of these pages. And it's not technically ephemera, it would be an art piece in the book. So we're going with that. Halloween meets Christmas. I think the initial first thought when people see this is the Nightmare Before Christmas. So I want to kind of think outside that box. Kintsugi houses. That is, kintsugi is a Japanese maybe art form. Maybe it's not an art form, but basically, just Google it. It's pretty cool and interesting, and basically it's kind of the concept that when a bowl or a glass breaks, then you fill the cracks with gold or something precious and make it new again. So kintsugi houses might be kind of fun. And again, I reserve the right to just do a collage of kintsugi houses throughout my book instead of making an actual piece of ephemera. Magical creature, that's a pretty broad, pretty easy. Mushroom robots, initially I'm thinking of steampunk type mushrooms. Plaid and polka dots, please touch. I had a thought about this the other day, and I might try to make it into fruition. I haven't decided yet. It will be a bit of a real challenge, so I'm playing around with that one. Nature's treasures, that's a pretty broad topic and could be fun as well. Recycled fairy, again, I'm kind of going back to a steampunk kind of feel. I'm not so sure yet though. Vintage meets modern. I don't know that I have a thought on that one either. Friendship bracelet. I'm kind of inclined to think of Taylor Swift. The biggest trend right now with her is the whole friendship bracelet thing. I will say this though. I do have a box of those ABC beads, so that may be fun. Forgotten snacks. How could you forget snacks? That one could be pretty interesting. I've got a whole box of collage paper scraps that are food related, so that one might be fun. Spaghetti box windows. So I had spaghetti last night, and I realized that I don't buy spaghetti in the box. I buy spaghetti in a bag. In a little plastic wrap. So I have from now until towards the end of the month to find a spaghetti box, I guess. So, but yeah, I will say this, more than likely I'll find a spaghetti box and I will make a shaker card out of it because, you know, shaker cards are cool. So, me and my crush, I don't really have a thought about that one. As far as making it, my brain is in collage mode right now because I'm just coming off of Trovember, a month-long collage piece. And I will say this, I'm very, 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 very inspired right now by a new to me YouTuber that I found. I'm gonna do a video of my inspiration here in a couple days. But anywho, and she does collage work, and she does the paper doll collage, and I am in love with it for some weird reason, and totally inspired by her. And so all that to be said, I'm in collage mode. And so my thought process with this, when I read these prompts, is, ooh, I could do a collage, and I think of collage pieces that I could do in my book. Here's a purple page. I could do a collage of this, that's kind of my thought process. And I guess I need to get out of that thought process and get into the ephemera making, like pockets and tags and all that good stuff. So, all that to be said, I am super excited that we are here December 1st and Dephemerember, and we are getting the month started. I mentioned I'm in a couple of different groups, and it's so fun to see that so many people are really, jumping on the bandwagon with this and participating. And so yeah, I'm excited, and hopefully my out-of-pocketness throughout the month won't throw me off too bad, and I can play some catch up and stay on track with it. So there you go. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. Again, I'm excited and looking forward to this month, and I'll remind you to like, subscribe, and do all those YouTube-y things. I don't say that in every one of my videos. There's a part of me that feels like it's common sense, but I don't feel like I need to say it in every video. But I do appreciate it. And yeah, it makes a difference. That's why we're all here, is to connect and build this little community of creatives, and I'm glad to be a part of it. So that's all for now. That's my opening of Dephemerember. We've checked it off the marked it off the list, and I'll be back with a butterfly and 3 torn things. That's all I've got. We'll see you soon. Bye.